This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
Hello everybody, warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to your favorite news destination. You're watching In Your Interest with me, Kabir Naqvi. And once again, let's talk about Zubeen altogether. 6 months into the assembly elections, in the run-up to the assembly elections in Assam, is Zubeen becoming that new political slogan, specifically between Rahul Gandhi and the BJP and its big face Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma? Because from the misty hills of Assam to the high-stakes halls of Singapore, a cultural icon's untimely end has spiraled into a storm of grief, a storm of suspicion and sharp-elbowed politics. Zubeen Garg, the soul-stirring singer whose voice wove Assamese hearts together, drowned off a Singapore island on the 19th of September, leaving a void that echoes across the northeast. Nearly a month later, Singapore police has released a sensational statement claiming that no foul play is being suspected in their particular probe. Remember, social media was overwhelmed with controversies and conspiracy theories about the singer's death. And incidentally, on the same day, Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition and Congress leader, descended on the cremation site to pay homage and demanded transparency in probe. State's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma had already fired the opening salvo with better late than never jibe. But with no signs of foul play as per the Singapore police and their Singapore police force and their preliminary nod, yet their cops aren't rushing the curtain call. They said that a thorough investigation could stretch into 3 more months, fending off a torrent of rumors and false claims swirling like monsoon clouds. On the 1st of October, they've already shared the autopsy report and the early findings with the Indian authorities, with the Indian High Commission. On the 21st of October, Singapore police will have a face-to-face with Assam's Special Investigation Team, which promises to peel back even more layers. Now, meanwhile, in the probe by the Special Investigation Team, 7 arrests. And these 7 arrests include Zubeen's manager, Siddharth Sharma, event organizer, Shamakanu Mahanta, and even his cousin, DSP Sandeepan Garg, who was on the yacht that fateful day. Charges of culpable homicide, of conspiracy and negligence, they hang heavy, with 5 accused remanded to judicial custody as well. And in this entire charged up atmosphere steps Rahul Gandhi, turning a personal pilgrimage into a political pulse check. On his Assam sojourn, Rahul didn't just pay respects. He sat cross-legged at the cremation site. He joined the soul-soothing Naam Kirtan. He also huddled with Zubeen's shattered family, his voice steady as he called for a probe as clear as Zubeen's melodies. It was a move laced with emotion, tapping into Assam's collective mourning for its poet, musician, philanthropist. The man who blended folk, pop and rock into anthems that bridged divides in a state scarred by religious rifts. Incidentally, BJP, which is in power in the state, on the 22nd of October, they will unleash their own Justice for Zubeen crusade, which some critics suggest is a campaign to reclaim the narrative. Listen in to what Rahul Gandhi had to say as he descended upon Assam.
I spoke to the family and they only said one thing to me, that we have lost our Zubeen and all we want is that the truth should be clear, that we who love him so much and the people of Assam who heard him, whose lives he changed, who also loved him, want to know what happened, and they want to know what happened because they want closure. And I think it is the duty of the government to quickly investigate what has happened, transparently investigate what has happened and tell the family, Zubeen ji's widow, his sister, father, other family members, exactly what happened in Singapore.
Rahul's visit is a soft power masterstroke, projecting empathy and cultural roots to reconnect with the Northeast electorate where Congress once ruled but now scrapes for seats. It is no mere courtesy call. He is channeling Assam's adoration for Zubeen Garg by immersing in the rituals. Rahul doesn't just honor a fallen star, he humanizes Congress as the party of the people, countering BJP's governance gospel with raw, relatable grief. In a region where the Northeast voices often fade in Delhi's din, this signals a bold bid to rebuild those bridges, energizing a cadre that's been off-key since the 2021 Assembly loss. And in that elections, remember, the BJP-led NDA secured 75 of the 126 seats, whilst the Congress-led Mahajot improved to 50 seats. As the probe plods and politics peaks, Zubeen's shadows looms larger than life. A reminder that in Assam's tapestry of tensions, one voice could hush the hate, but its silence screams for scrutiny. We've got an informed set of panelists with us on the broadcast tonight, and the big questions that we're trying to decode. Will Rahul Gandhi's Zubeen Garg homage translate into measurable support in the upcoming polls? How will the ruling BJP respond in terms of counter-narratives about governance and transparency? And with Singapore's no foul play statement, will this change now the dynamics of state government's probe? With me on the broadcast, Raman Jha, spokesperson for the Congress Party, Momita Chakrabarti, political analyst, many thanks for taking out the time. Monib Hazarika, who's a Zubeen fan by heart, many thanks for taking out the time, Monib. And Preeti Priyadarshini, senior journalist, also with us on the broadcast here. You know what, Momita, let me quickly begin with you. Let's get the ball rolling here. The Congress Party, you know, they insist that this wasn't particularly a political visit. This was a very personal one. At least that's what Gaurav Gogoi and the Assam Pradesh Congress Committee statement is something to go by. But can any leaders act, especially one with cameras around, truly be non-political? And let's not target the Congress leader here. Let's talk about the Assam Chief Minister. Let's talk about all politicians that have made a beeline to Zubeen Garg's family. When politicians are involved, when cameras are involved, needless to say, it's political optics, isn't it?
Cool. Thanks for having me on your show, Kabir. So, Mr. Rahul Gandhi suddenly remembers his personal bond with Assam. It's really wonderful to see. Just 6 months before the assembly elections. What a touching confidence, I must tell you. A leader who rarely remembers India between vacations suddenly lands in the northeast part with the flowers of empathy and claiming it's not political. Isn't it something surprising? Anyway, so let's be very clear. In politics, timing speaks louder than intention. We know that. And Rahul Gandhi's timing is definitely screaming election optics. Meeting Zubeen Garg's family with the flower and definitely under the banner of personal concern is a carefully designed emotional card for sure. A desperate Congress strategy to regain lost culture connecting Assam, where their credibility has been eroding faster than their electoral base. So let's look into some pattern. So before Kerala elections also, we have, we have found him surfing in Varkala, smiling with the fishermen for the cameras. Before Tamil Nadu election also, he became a cultural explorer, meeting all the artists and the folk performers. So during all the during the Punjab political crisis also, he turned into a mediator overnight, only to disappear once the headline faded. So now in Assam, it's completely a personal visit to Zubeen Garg's family, but the timing again couldn't be, more political. So Mr. Gandhi's travel calendar has always been aligned with the election commission schedule, not the nation's needs. He arrives with empathy when the votes are near and vanishes when the governance calls.
But Momita, I'll tell you what, that's what the Congress Party here is also saying. You're making credible points. Those are all pertinent inputs. But saying that, Himanta Biswa Sarma has already said, better late than never. He said that when Dr. Bhupen Hazarika's body was kept out for public tribute, nobody from the Congress Party made a beeline over there. And that was very saddening. He was with the Congress Party back at that time. But the BJP government, which is currently in power, it has set up a judicial inquiry. There is a one-man commission in place. There is a special investigation team, which is also going to be going to Singapore. They have even asked the courts to fast-track this particular case. Then why the need for the party to come out and launch justice for Zubeen as well? That's also a campaign that's going to be launched. So both parties are politicizing this, isn't it? I'm just trying to understand.
See, I mean, we cannot just calling it politicizing by the every other party, because we have seen that how, how the people were gathered for his last rites, and also the Assam government has tried their level best to investigate what happened. But now Rahul Gandhi is saying that whatever happened, I mean, whatever you have shown in your, the interview bias, we could see that. So I don't think that this is a time to politicize with anyone's death. So this vote politics culture is a very important factor in our country. We all know that, right? So we have been watching this systematic protocol from the very first time, from the very after our country got independence. So this is the culture, we must say, the political culture, like election culture.
All right.
That everybody has to do with this vote politics.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks for your opening comments. To understand the motive, the message and the moral grounds for Rahul Gandhi's visit, Raman Jha, Congress spokesperson, is also with us on the broadcast. Raman ji, देखिए बीजेपी वाले और यहाँ पे पॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट भी हमारे साथ, कई लोगों का ये मानना है कि 28 दिन बाद राहुल गांधी को अचानक से याद आ गया कि अब असम जाना है और इसको पॉलिटिसाइज कर दिया गया, इसका मॉरल ग्राउंड कुछ है नहीं। हालांकि गौरव गोगोई ने अपने स्टेटमेंट में ये साफ जाहिर कर दिया दैट दिस इज बीइंग डन ओनली फॉर पर्सनल ग्राउंड्स, फॉर नो पॉलिटिकल रीजन। बट इज दैट इवन पॉसिबल? झा जी, क्या ऐसा पॉसिबल है? और वहीं असम चीफ मिनिस्टर ने भी तंज कस दिया कि देर आए दुरुस्त आए।
देखिए, सबसे पहले मैं ये कहूँ कि जुबिन गर्ग जी को जस्टिस मिलना चाहिए। क्योंकि जुबिन गर्ग जो है वो असम के सभी वर्ग के लोगों के दिल में बसते हैं, चाहे वो युवा हो, बुजुर्ग हो। वे कलाकार ही नहीं बल्कि बहुत अच्छे समाज सेवक भी थे। उन्होंने बाढ़ के समय में लोगों की मदद की, गरीब कलाकारों को हमेशा मदद करते रहे और उन्होंने लोगों के लिए काम किया है। इसलिए आज आप देखेंगे कि वो लोगों के दिल में बसेंगे। वह कलाकार जिसने 38,000 गाना गाया हो 42 भाषाओं में, उन्होंने प्राय सभी भाषा को टच किया था गाने के माध्यम से, लोगों को दिल तक पहुंचा था। तो ऐसे कलाकार के मृत्यु पर हमें दुख प्रकट होता है, बल्कि राजनीति करना या किसी को बचाना ये दुर्भाग्यजनक है।
तो वही तो वो कह रहे हैं कि राजनीति हो रही है, राहुल गांधी पहुंच गए हैं, राजनीति हो रही है। राहुल गांधी का लार्जर मैसेज क्या था सर? आज का लार्जर मैसेज क्या था राहुल गांधी के जाने का?
असम में एक महान कलाकार जिसकी मृत्यु संदेहास्पद परिस्थिति में है और देश के बाहर हुआ, जब उस समय हुआ जब 10 दिन पहले वो यहाँ हॉस्पिटल से भर्ती होकर निकले हुए थे, ऐसे परिस्थिति में उनके टीम द्वारा उन्हें देश के बाहर ले जाया गया और डॉक्टर ने साथ उन्हें पानी और आग से बचने के लिए भी कहा था। और मैं एक बात
Mamita, just a second. Mamita, just a second. We'll come back to you. Mamita, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you.
Thank you.
और ये दुर्भाग्य है कि असम के मुख्यमंत्री अब क्या बोल रहे हैं वो उनके समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, क्योंकि उन्होंने अभी आपने भी कहा है, उन्होंने कहा कि राहुल गांधी जी भूपेन हजारिका के जब उनका दिवंगत हुआ था, जब वो सब नहीं आए, लेकिन उन्हीं के ट्विटर हैंडल से स्क्रीनशॉट वायरल हो रहा है आज सोशल मीडिया में कि भूपेन हजारिका जब उनका दिवंगत हुए थे, जब उनकी मृत्यु हुई थी, उस समय भी राहुल गांधी आए थे और उस समय सीएम कांग्रेस में थे और उन्होंने अपने ट्विटर पर इसे बजाबते ट्विटर पे पोस्ट किया था। तो यह दुर्भाग्यजनक है देश का कि जब एक मुख्यमंत्री किसी महान कलाकार के मृत्यु पर राजनीति करता हो और एसआईटी के जरिए वो कह रहे हैं कि हम लोग जो दोषी है उसे सजा दिलाने के बजाय, उसे सही ढंग से इस पर जांच करने के बजाय इधर उधर की बात करते हैं, तो ये गलत है।
ऑलराइट।
हम चाहते हैं कि जुबिन गर्ग की मृत्यु क्यों हुई, किस परिस्थिति में हुई
जी,
इसकी जांच
वो तो सभी चाह रहे हैं। उसके लिए एसआईटी तो स्थगित कर ही दी है, एसआईटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूट कर ली गई है।
हम तो चाहते हैं कि सेंट्रल एजेंसी से इनका इंक्वायरी हो, क्योंकि एसआईटी भी होम मिनिस्टर हमारे मुख्यमंत्री महोदय ही हैं और एसआईटी जो जांच कर रही है इसमें कहीं लिफाफा
Okay, for a probe by a neutral agency, by a central agency, that's what the Congress party is demanding. That's what the time is, and the Congress party also maintaining that this was purely personal and not political. And when you're talking about Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, there are some pictures that are now going viral as well. We've got a senior journalist with us also on the broadcast, Preeti Priyadarshini, joining us from Assam. Preeti, you know the context, this narrative control that's happening right now. You know, you're somebody who understands Assam's politics better than the journalists out of Assam right now. How do you see Zubeen Garg's death, untimely passing, transforming this tragedy into a political theater of sorts? I could be wrong here also, so I mean, cut me short if I'm wrong.
First of all, I would want to say I have been smiling this while since the talk show started. Why is the thing? Why is the question? Because more than a journalist, I used to know him. I used to know Zubeen Garg from closer as a fan, also as a journalist. So, as you have pointed out, that both of the parties are now maybe politicalizing the entire issue of Zubeen Garg's death, which you are very right to some extent. Both the parties, because 26 are the elections, so both of the parties are definitely trying to take advantage. But here, what comes in between that, the nature of Zubeen fans, those people who are showing empathy, their sympathy, they're crying out day and night, they're asking for justice, they're every night, I'm telling you, while we are even talking about Zubeen Garg on this show, even when we stop this, everything is going around normally, but the people are not normal. They're still very much mourning on the death of the legend. So these kind of politics, when it comes to Zubeen fans, does not stay. Because when Zubeen was alive, what he used to say is that when it comes to BJP, he used to speak against them about the corruption. When it comes to again choosing a different government by taking them down, he also used to say that we are not going to choose for Congress. So this Congress and BJP politics to some extent is not working on the Zubeen fans. However, you have very rightly pointed that both of the parties are equally trying to politicalize it, because when we have seen today Rahul Gandhi coming to Assam and trying to show his tribute, pay his tribute to Zubeen Garg. But what we saw is that he did not say a single line across what he has to say as a normal fan or maybe just a follower of Zubeen Garg or someone who has just come to pay the tribute.
So Preeti,
he did not say anything political.
To put it this way, Rahul Gandhi's visit has not genuinely shifted the mood on the ground, but all the political parties, it seems, are trying to compete to own Zubeen Garg's legacy now.
Certainly, everyone is trying. When we see at the entire scene from a little bit far, we see that this SIT being formed, also how people are questioning the entire procedure of justice, how all the main alleged culprits are being taken to a jail from away from Guwahati just for their safety. Everything is on question. People have started showing their doubts on the entire process of this justice system. Also, along with that, the opposition taking every chance to question it and trying to politicalize it. We see that both the opposition and the government are taking advantages of this death of our legend Zubeen Garg, but the fans, the people refuse to accept it.
Okay, we have a fan with us on the broadcast as well, Moni Bhazarika. He's a Zubeen fan. Many thanks for taking out the time. I can understand this is a heartfelt moment, not just for you, because you're not the only fan here on the panel. I'm sure everybody who's sitting here on the panel is a Zubeen fan. There are several Zubeen fans in the office, in the building here as well. With Maya Bini was a song that got hit in our building as well over the last 20 odd days. So Moni, when you see politicians talking about justice for Zubeen, I am also Zubeen, we are also Zubeen. That seems to be the name card calling for that campaign that's going to be launched by the BJP as well. What goes through your mind as a fan? Do you feel comforted? Do you feel exploited? I don't want to put adjectives in your mouth. Help us understand. Help the viewers. 25 days on, what has changed? Has healing really begun? And with all the politics that's taking shape around Zubeen's death and the investigation, are you happy? Do you feel comforted? Do you feel exploited? What's happening? What's up? I think you'll have to unmute yourself, Moni. You'll have to unmute yourself real quick.
All right. I hope I am audible now.
Yeah, you're with us. You're with us. Please go on.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to be on board with lovely people. To be very frank, I find this funny, See, Zubeen Garg's death is something which we are it's still sinking in, It's not something that we have actually come into terms with.
It's still in denial. You haven't accepted that he's gone. He's not with us anymore. And he will never go as well, because his music is going to continue to serenade us. But I do understand what you're trying to say.
And thank God the video archive that we all have of the legend, it's huge, man. It's huge, and it really helps us to feel that he is actually here amongst us. And in terms of politics ki agar baat kiya jaye, so I find it really funny. And this was one chance for all the politicians and all the political parties to actually forget everything and come together, because that is what he always wanted. Brihattar Aham, matlab, greater Assam, and he as one, without any jati, any dharm, any caste, anything at all. So I believe all these politicians and political parties are really missing out on an opportunity. If
You're
I may
absolutely right, because Zubeen was that symbol of unity for Assam. And I just want to ask you, Munib, do you think that, and it's unfortunate that I'm even saying this, but do you think that his death has again given an opportunity to unite the people of Assam again, which maybe the political parties are overseeing, or has it divided them further on the political lines? What's happening on the ground?
I believe the division is there in between them to appease and butter the people who are up above them in the center. But it should not be like that, you know, because here, no matter what, abhi dekho, aap dekhiye, when this Pahalgam attack happened, Congress, BJP, everyone came together, right? And no one could dare politicize the situation.
That's a good point. Yeah.
This situation right now, this incident in Assam, is no less than an attack. Ultimately, we have lost something, a big part of our
What would
heart.
closure mean to you? Munib, what would justice mean to you as a Zubeen fan once the investigation is over, once the dust finally settles? What would closure mean to you?
Top leaders of BJP and Congress hugging each other for the sake of Zubin Garg.
Well, wow. Okay. I would love to see that happen for sure, Munib, myself. But, you know, if Zubeen were alive today and watching all of this, I'm sure he's still watching it. What do you think he'd say about all the noise, all this noise that's happening? Munib, to you.
He would say, in Assamese, Goru means cow. He would say something like, what is a Goru? What are you guys doing, man? You know,
what's really happening?
And see, I'm his neighbor. I was like, he treated me as his son. I was too close with him.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a singer-songwriter. I can see Preeti here. Preeti is also a very dear friend, and she's one of the stars of our generation when it comes to being a sensible and good journalist. So very good to see her also.
Wow, so the Assam fraternity already so united, people looking out for each other. I can clearly see that. Well, let's get the snowball continuously rolling. Let me go back to Mamata Chakrabarti, political analyst with us. Beyond politics, Mamata, because I think healing hasn't really begun. People are still in denial. They haven't really accepted it, and I can understand why. But beyond politics, what does the government now plan to do actually to help Assam heal culturally, emotionally, and after, of course, losing its most loved icon?
Very true. But before answering this question, can I just add 2 lines? Because I wanted to answer one of my co-panelists, the second person who
just please exercise brevity.
I don't want to politicize anything, but I just want to ask him कि जब कलकत्ता में आरजी कौर हुआ था, जब साउथ कलकत्ता लॉ कॉलेज का मर्डर हुआ था, मतलब जब रेप करके वो लड़की को मार दिया गया था, तब हम राहुल गांधी को नहीं देखा था वहां पे, एक ट्वीट भी नहीं किया उन्होंने, और हम उनको वहां पे देखा भी नहीं था एक बार के लिए, मतलब उन्होंने सोचा भी नहीं कि एक बार हमको जाना चाहिए, और जो मतलब फैमिली है उनके पास हमको एक होता है ना कि इमोशंस कुछ हमने नहीं देखा था. Yeah, so now coming to your question. So, see, of course, Zubeen Garg was definitely not an artist. In my playlist is completely filled with his songs. So, it was really very shocking incident for all of us, who are especially the fans, right? So, we really broke like anything. So, he was definitely an emotion for Assam, and his connection with people transcended the party lines, right? The BJP also, according to me, they are definitely not politicizing his death, because the leaders kept their tone dignified, culturally sensitive, and definitely emotionally balanced. That's what we have seen. So they have focused honoring Zubin's contribution to Assamese identity, not even converting the grief into campaign material. We haven't seen that, though the election is within 6 months, as we all know that. So on the other hand, Rahul Gandhi's sudden visit looks more like a calculated photo opportunity. I must, I'm really sorry to say this. So if we talk about the development of Assam and what the government is
No,
doing.
you don't have to be sorry, Mamita. I'm just saying that on the other side of the divide, statues are going to be erected. There is a 10-point agenda. You know, there are going to be tree plantations, a favorite of Zubeen that's going to be planted everywhere.
I can understand, and also the government has given the order to do the proper investigation what happened, and a couple of people were arrested as well, right? I mean, the manager.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And people are saying that
So-
could be a witch hunt. That could be a witch hunt. So maybe transfer the probe to a central agency to, you know,
Yeah,
vitiate that
absolutely.
atmosphere. Are you okay with that? Do you think that's a logical, solution
Yeah, of
to all
course,
of
the
this?
CBI investigation definitely must be there. I mean,
Okay,
the CBI,
all right, all right.
as we have seen for Arjikor as well.
I've
So
asked
the
you
situation
the
is,
same thing. I'm going to ask Jha ji the same thing. Jha sahab, BJP कह रही है Congress is trying to cash in on the इमोशनल वैल्यू एक्सट्रैक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रही है, लेकिन अगर कॉन्क्रीट सपोर्ट की बात की जाए, क्योंकि गौरव गोगोई भी बहुत बड़ा नाम है असम में, असम प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी इज अ बिग फंक्शनरी आर्म ऑफ द कांग्रेस. बियॉन्ड सिंबॉलिज्म क्या कुछ कर सकती है कांग्रेस लोगों को हील करने में, लोगों को मदद करने में?
देखिए, हम तो यही चाहते हैं कि सरकार जो है ना, सरकार सीधे तौर पे यही चाहते हैं कि जुबिन को जस्टिस दे. जो लोग इसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं और जो इस घटना में जड़ित हैं, जो लोग ये जानते हुए भी कि जुबिन गर्ग अस्वस्थ है, उनके साथ, उनके जीवन के साथ खिलवाड़ किया, उन्हें सजा मिले. और ये सब की जनता भी चाहती है. और इससे ही बड़ी दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि अभी उन्होंने कहा कि राहुल गांधी जी आए थे पॉलिटिकल माइलेज के लिए, कलकत्ता नहीं गए. तो इसका जो पॉलिटिकलाइज जो है ना, अब उनकी बातों से पता चल रहा है कि वो राजनीतिकरण कर रहे हैं.
सर सभी राजनीति कर रहे हैं, सभी राजनीति तो सभी कर रहे हैं. मैं तो चाह रहा था लोग मान लें, लेकिन सभी राजनीति कर रहे हैं.
व्यक्तिगत कारण के लिए कहाँ गए हैं, कोई अगर व्यक्तिगत
सब
कारण के
राजनीति
लिए
कर रहे
कहाँ
हैं.
गया
Everybody is
होगा, उसको तो
politicizing this.
क्या
All right,
करना
I'm going to go to
चाहिए था ना
Preeti
कभी.
very quickly because I know that Munib is a singer. I know that Munib is a guitarist. I'm going to have Munib play some of those renditions of Zubeen. मायाबिनी
एक बात और को सुनिए,
जी.
असम के मुख्यमंत्री रिंकी भुइयां के एजेंट भी फायर हुआ है. उनका नाम भी लोग कहीं ना कहीं संलग्न कर रहे हैं इस घटनाक्रम में, या जो संस्थाएं, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन उन्हें लेके गई थी.
let's wait for the probe to come out. Let's wait for the probe to come out, sir. I mean, let's not jump the gun here.
इसलिए लोगों को संदेह हो रहा है कि कहीं सरकार बचा तो नहीं रही है लोगों को. इसलिए हम चाहते हैं कि केंद्रीय एजेंसी इसकी जांच करे, जुडिशरी के सिटिंग जज इसका जांच करे.
Point noted, Jhaji, point noted. The case should be handed over to a central agency. I think that's what the bottom line here is, to vitiate this atmosphere of distrust. But Ms. Priyadarshini, let me quickly come to you. Erecting of statues, plantations of those, particular plants, and please exercise brevity. You're completely running out of time here. Is that going to vitiate the atmosphere, or is that going to help create more justice for Zubeen? What do you think is going to happen with that 10-point agenda that BJP is going to launch?
And that is actually good for the people of Assam to at least take some kind of consolation that the government is trying to do something with their 10-point agenda. But again, if they try to keep that saying again and again in a press conference, every time and again we see the chief minister coming on a press conference. Every day we can see, we can see him every day coming for a press conference and taking credit for everything. And when we talk about Rahul Gandhi coming, which is definitely being criticized, he is also being questioned that they should not politicalize this entire issue, where the issue of our legend death is concerned. In that again same case, everybody is also now talking about the PM Modi coming to Assam, because we have seen him visiting Northeast for several times. He has been here for a lot of ceremonies. We have seen him coming here for Bihu records. We have seen him coming here for Northeastern inaugurations of railway lines, of roads and bridges. Then why not on the death of our legend Zubeen Garg? That is a huge question. We know he is a very
I think on that riveting moment, it has been a great discussion. At that moment, let's leave the discussion here. I don't want to unnecessarily probe this further. Just wanted to talk 6 months before the elections. Has the politics already begun? And Monib, I would request you to please pick up your guitar. 30 seconds of Maya Bini, if you could do, it would be wonderful for all our audience and viewership. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Is my guitar audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Is the guitar
I don't think we can hear your guitar. You can just sing it without the guitar. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. 30 seconds. Come on, Munib. Running out of time.
মায়াবিনী রাতির বুকুর দেখা পালু তোমার ছবি ধরা দিলা গোপনে আহি হিয়ার কোন তুমি যে মোৰ শুকান মনত নিয়ৰৰে চেঁচা টোপাল নামি অহা ৰ'দৰে লৈ মোৰ দেহত প্ৰতি পুৱা ধুমুহাৰ সতে মোৰ বহু যুগৰে নাচো এন্ধাৰো সঁচা মোৰ বহু দিনৰে আকৌ নিজান গান শেষ হ'ব ভাবো তোমাৰ বুকু
Beautiful. That's beautiful, Munib.
রাতির বুকু দেখা পালু তোমার ছবি ধরা দিলা
This is my temple, this is my mental peace sanctuary.
The ultimate biking experience is incomplete without Servo 40 Extra from Indian Oil. Servo 40 Extra from Indian Oil.